everybody. It's December the 4th, 2017, and I've been making these videos, sort of monthly videos, trying to show what's going on at the farm and, you know, how the fields progress throughout the season, what the crops are doing, and how the animals are doing. So I'm just keeping that going, and it's December now, and as you would expect, there's not much going on for crops. I'll show you that. But I just started here with the chickens now, and these girls are still giving us some eggs, so that's good. Not many, but a few, maybe 3 or 4 a day. So we're really missing our eggs because we rely on them a lot. But the chickens usually start molting at around this time of the year. They kind of take a break, you know, with the day length being so short. So, and we have them in this coop because we had let them out last week, and the hawk was standing right on top of their chicken coop right here, waiting for them basically. So when the hawks or the foxes start coming, it's time to put them back in, and so they don't get all taken. And we have them on this right here that you see in the ground. This is a cover crop of forage radishes, and we have the chickens on them in this movable chicken coop, so they get moved every day. They get kind of wheeled to a new spot, fresh ground, and they're digging in there. You know, they're finding bugs, and they're helping us control bugs for next season by eating their cocoons or whatever they find in the ground. And you know, you could see they're pretty happy pecking around. So this is our movable chicken coop. So anyway, as I was saying, with the fields, not much going on right now. This was one of my fields for the season, and it's covered in part with plastic and in part with cover crop, as you see right here. Just keeping the soil nice and covered over the winter. And I'm gonna head to the greenhouse and show you what's going on in there. These trees that you're seeing right here are tall spindle apples, and they've given us quite a bit, actually, given the fact that we had pretty massive infestation of gypsy moth earlier this spring. It was really horrible. Actually, they're eating all the leaves, and we had a few weeks where we're squishing them by hand because we don't spray anything, and so we dealt with them by hand. But anyway, it worked because we did get quite a few apples, and maybe I'll even show you my root cellar and show you all the fruit I have in there. All right, so here's the greenhouse. So it's still working in here. As you can see, the crops are pretty much dead, but we're starting to prep these beds right here where you see the bare soil. This is being prepped for more crops going in the ground soon. And I still have a little bit of lettuce right in here. See that? So I'm keeping these guys, just a little bit of salad greens for our family. But I'll be taking them out of the ground probably in the next week or so, and I'll be prepping these beds for the next crops, which I'm probably gonna plant in January, right after winter solstice. I usually start planting right here in the greenhouse, and then I get crops really early in the spring, or even end of the winter, actually. All right, so I'm trying to recover them. I use 2 covers for these lettuces, otherwise they get hit by frost. And the other thing I have in here that's still good is a little bit of parsley. Let's see how this is doing. I actually haven't checked it in in like a week or something. So let me have a look. So looks good. There it is, parsley. Again, I'm probably gonna use some of it and freeze a little bit of it, and then take everything out of the ground and clear up the beds for new plantings. And our good hunter, hi sweetheart. Hi Elsie, how are you? She's our good hunter. She gets at least a rodent every day. Huh, and I saw you this morning, you had a big one. I think you had a big vole, huh? All right, so let me keep going and go outside now and show you the cows. I think they're around here. Actually, we're going in the orchard now, and as you can see, all the trees are bare. And got an electric fence right here, so I'm gonna be very careful jumping over it so I don't get shocked. It's pretty strong right now. But that's the fencing we use to do rotational grazing with the cows. So yeah, it was a good year as far as the orchard. We got quite a few apples, and Asian pears were good. We actually got some European pears this year, first year that we have a harvest from those trees. Tons of peaches. I don't know if you remember, in July it was crazy. The peach trees, which are those guys right there, are so loaded. These right here are the Asian pears. So yeah, it was good. And we have quite a bit of fruit stored downstairs now. And here are beautiful cows. Hey girls, how's it going? Hey sweetheart, this is Oshi. Hey Oshi, how's it going? Taking in the sun? She gives us about 1 gallon a day. We milk her every morning, well, pretty much every morning. Maybe, I don't know, 5 out of 7 days a week I milk them. And then the other days I leave their calves with them. And right here we have Jasmine and Juliet. And Juliet's getting to be a big girl. Huh, Juliet? You're almost as big as your mama now. She's only 6 months old, but she's really good. Very well behaved. And Jasmine, beautiful Jasmine, she gives like a good 1.5 gallons every day. And oh, sweetheart, she's really fun to work with. It's so much fun to work with. Want to say hi? Mama. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah, you like those scratches, huh? Right under your chin? Yeah? All right. And here we have our 2 boys, Omeo. This is Oshi's son. He's about 3 months old now. And here's Jupi. He is maybe at 1.5 now. And he is Jasmine's son from last year. He's getting to be a really big boy now. Huh, good friend. So these guys, even though not much to do now with the crops outside, but these guys definitely you know, keep us busy, which is great. One of the things I'm most grateful to the cows for, and there are many things that I'm grateful to them for, but one of them is that they pretty much force me to be outside every day, no matter what. And even though some days I kind of grumble about it, and you know, if it's sleeting or not so nice looking outside, I'll be grumbling a little bit about it, but as soon as I go outside, I'm happy that I did. And so they really make it part of my routine to be outside every day, even in the off season. And that's really great, because it just makes me feel so much better mentally and physically and in many ways. So All right, so let me jump over this again. You get used to these electric fences. Once you get shocked a few times, you learn to respect them. They're kind of painful, and the cows respect them. So, oh yeah, let me show you this field. This is one of our pastures that's now just done for the season. And let me just walk to the basement and I'll show you some of our storage areas. Actually, first, yeah, let me go to the basement. So this year, you know, was a kind of tricky year because last year at this time, I honestly did not know if I was still going to be farming or not. It was a really big change for us last year where my husband ended up taking an off-farm job. He went back to the engineering world, which we both came from. And so we had been farming together full-time for I don't know, maybe like 8-9 years. And then he ended up going back to the engineering world for mostly financial reasons. And I ended up staying here on the farm, and you know, it wasn't clear to me at all if I was gonna be able to keep the farm going, even though I really wanted to. But I'm really happy with how things worked out. You know, the farm was a lot smaller, obviously, this year than it has been in the past, and actually, that worked out really well for me because I do like small-scale stuff more than huge production. And my husband still helped quite a bit. You know, when he came home after his job, he was still able to help me with some of the stuff on the farm. But mostly it was me. This is our basement. Let me switch topics here. So this is our very messy basement. And I just wanted to go to our root cellar, which I'm going to show you. So this is the root cellar where we store quite a few vegetables and fruits. And it's we have a temperature control. You can see it's around 40 Fahrenheit in here right now. And I got lots of carrots in here and fruits. So some of them are seconds, but a lot of them are first. So these are pears, seconds. We got apples. So we're going through these guys first. And then here we got first. So we got Asian pears up here and all kind of different apples. And so quite a few fruits. So you can see stacked up like that. And then down here I have some celery roots, really good in soups and stews. Cabbages, which I need to get to. I really need to make some sauerkraut with these guys. And I got some potatoes here. It's really dark. You probably can't see them. Let me see. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Anyway, these are potatoes. Have quite a few potatoes covered with this plastic here. And then I have a lot of these forage radishes stored for the cows. The cows love them. So that whole section over there, all those bins are forage radish for the cows. And then I got garlic. Lots of garlic stored here. There we go. And let's see. Oh, more forage radish here. More carrots. Let's see what's here. Yeah, just carrots. Lots of carrots. We like carrots. All of our customers love carrots, and the cows love the carrots. So planting for everybody and storing it for everybody. So this root cellar is basically feeding us throughout the winter. You know, we don't buy vegetables or fruits most of the year. Actually, vegetables we never buy, but fruits, you know, towards the end of the winter I start kind of craving citrus, so I do buy a little bit of citrus, like maybe 1 or 2 oranges per week, but we pretty much eat from that root cellar. And this is my cheese cave that I store my cheeses and age my cheeses in. And you know, walk outside now, and I'll show you a little bit of this other storage area that I have upstairs. And so yeah, I was just going back to like the recap of the farm. So I'm really happy with how this year worked out. The farm was a lot smaller than the past, but I think for me the key thing is that I was able to keep it going. I had some help. I had a few people that came on and off and helped me, and then I had Ed, my husband, who you know, was here and was able to do some of the stuff too, and my daughters, who also helped, but I was kind of the main person keeping it together, and so I look forward to doing it again, and I'm encouraged that everything worked out like that. So I'll show you now my upstairs storage area, and then I'll be done. My daughter Ayana, homeschooling. What are you working on? Working on some history. All right, so here we got more storage. I got onions, kind of different onions, and more garlic. So these are crops that don't need to be cold. They don't need to be down in the 40-degree root cellar. These are some pipe pumpkins, and here I have butternut squash that these guys last all winter long. Great in soups or roasted vegetables or you know, stews. A lot more garlic here too, and then onions, lots of onions. I love onions, and I use onions in pretty much everything I cook. And more butternut squash here. So that's about it. We have some maple syrup here. That is pretty much the sweetener we use in our family. And this is also part of our storage. We store stuff that we freeze, like these right here are peaches that we froze early in July when the peaches were producing a lot, and so we have frozen peaches that we just take them out and eat them in cereal or whatever. And this is meat from one of our animals that we sell, and we also eat ourselves. And then we have some chicken. We raised about 30 chickens this year for meat, so I use these guys in soup. They make really good chicken soup in the winter, or just roasted chicken. And that's about it. Chocolate chips. Didn't grow these yet. Not yet. Who knows? The weather being as it is. All right. Well, that's about it. So that's what December looks like. It's a month of, you know, cleaning up and putting everything to bed and just enjoying the season. So I hope you're enjoying your season, whatever you're doing. with family or friends or by yourself. Just wish you well, and all right.